Hello, welcome to the honeymoon vlog. Sorry for the terrible lighting. It is nighttime. It's Friday night and we are flying out on Sunday. So I just wanted to start off right now because I've been packing and I was just figuring out what books I wanted to take, and I figured now would be a great time to run through what I'm bringing. So first, I'm bringing Bunny. I haven't read any more of this in like the week since I've been vlogging. Sadly, because I wanted to finish this before I left, but it's not been the greatest week. I had tooth pain and had to go to the dentist, and thankfully everything's resolved, but it was kind of just not the vibe this week that I wanted it to be, and I didn't finish this book. So still probably exactly where I left off, if I'm honest. Right now I'm on page 180. Haven't picked this up in days, but it's a favorite book and I love it, so going to bring this because I just want to finish it, especially want to just finish it in October. So bringing Bunny. And then today I got the audiobook from my library for Finley Donovan is Killing It, and I know you're like, you have the audiobook, so why are you bringing the physical book? But I just like following along sometimes, and like if I'm currently reading it, I'm gonna want to bring it. So bringing this, and I made it up to page 40, just barely, chapter 6, and basically what just happened is what's in the synopsis, but I like the writing style so far and definitely enjoying it. And then I'm bringing 2 manga because I just want to continue in this series, and these are the next 2 books that are like out, and if I read these 2 then I'm like caught up in the series. And I think it'll just be something easy to read when we're on the trip. Like, I feel like when you're on a trip it's hard to focus on crazy plotted books. Like I don't want to bring a big chunky fantasy because I feel like it won't be the vibe when I'm like sitting on the deck to like pull it out and fully comprehend it. Anyway, I'm bringing a couple manga. So I'm bringing Spy Family volume 8 and 9. I've been loving this series. I mean, I'm up to volume 8 and I'm still loving it and reading it and buying the new books when they're coming out. So mangas are really small. They'll be really quick to get through. And I think it'll just be fun to like have a nice little manga moment when I'm on the trip. So bringing both of these, honestly, I can read them both in one sitting if like we're just hanging out at the deck. And then lastly, I did want to bring a romance, and I've been wanting to start this series. I have 4 books and I have not started it yet, so kind of needs to happen. And the 5th one came out and I wanted to buy it, and I was like, you have not started this series yet. But everybody absolutely loves it. Everybody gives like all of the books in this series 5 stars. So anyway, I want to start Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is like a country romance between a bull riding golden boy and the like bull riding instructor, I'm pretty sure, like the guy who's working with this yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll start it and kind of just go into it. But yeah, I have 4 books in this series. I've heard nothing but good things about Elsie Silver, so I want to read this, and I think I'll just want to like read a romance when we're on a vacation. Like, it's just a nice, easy read. It is a chunky book, but the font is ginormous. And yeah, it's just 430 pages, which is kind of excessive for a romance, but if it's good, it's good, and I won't mind it at all. So this is my stack that I'm bringing. 5 books, honestly, not too crazy for a bookworm who's going on like a 2-week vacation. Like, if I get through all of these, I will be so proud. My Goodreads goal will be so proud. And I'm also bringing my journal as well. So my backpack is going to be very full, but full of joy. And I might not read any of these if it's busy and whatever, but I feel like there will be a lot of downtime, especially on the sea days, so we will see. But I want to just bring all of these and hope for the best. But anyway, going to keep packing. Tomorrow we are going to a wedding for our friends Casey and Christian, who are getting married, so that's really exciting. Gonna go to that wedding. And then Sunday, bright and early, we have an Uber coming to the house at 4:30 because we have a flight at 6 a.m. So that's the plan for this weekend. Going to keep packing, but those are the books that I decided to bring. And yeah, just wanted to get this vlog started. Also, I forgot to show you I got my nails done, and they are a gorgeous like light purple pink moment, and I am obsessed. We are really getting somewhere with the packing, and it feels so real now. Like, I did my makeup for the wedding we're going to in like 3 hours. We're gonna go to this wedding, come home, one more sleep, and we're gonna wake up so early tomorrow to go on the honeymoon. Like, but yeah, anyway, I need to do my hair, and then this morning I've just been doing last minute packing. I washed the sheets and made the bed so that we can come home to some fresh sheets in a couple weeks, and then cleaned my vanity, just took everything off, Cloroxed it, Windexed the little mirror, and just made everything in there really clean. But yeah, I'm going to finish getting ready, finish checking, and make sure that I have everything in these bags, and we are so close. Also, I have decided I'm going to bring Ariel by Sylvia Plath because it's tiny. I want to read more poetry, and I read The Bell Jar earlier this year and absolutely loved it. And this book, Ariel, like, I kind of feel like I should read it when I'm on a cruise ship on a big ass boat. Like, it just fits the theme.
Talking about flashing at the
Murmur. Made it to the hotel with this as our balcony view. Gorgeous. Cutie. Our view is wild. Okay, so day 2 of the honeymoon. I guess technically yesterday was day 1, but it was really just a travel day. So got into Florida at like 5 o'clock, and we just came to our hotel room, put all of our bags away, and then we walked down the street to an Italian restaurant, got some dinner. It was really nice. And then we literally slept last night for like 11 hours. Like, the amount of sleep we needed was insane. But we slept, and then today we woke up. Obviously we slept in, and then we got up and went down to the beach, and they set up little chairs and an umbrella for us. So we were just hanging out at the beach. I listened to more of Finley Donovan, my audiobook, and yeah, we really just kind of hung out at the beach for a couple of hours. But we came up to the room like an hour ago. I took a shower. And I think we're just going to hang out. I'm journaling right now. Probably will read for a little while, and then I think we're gonna go back down to get some food later. Maybe a late lunch or early dinner. We're not really hungry, and I stopped at the grocery store yesterday on the way back from the Italian place, and I got some fruit. So I think I'm just going to eat some strawberries and kind of put off going down to get food until like dinner. So that way we only have to worry about our meal like one time today. And I think we are debating on just going to McDonald's, which super healthy, love that for us. So yeah, just being such a relaxing day, which is what we need after a whole day of planes and traveling yesterday. So yeah, just having the best time. Just got to our room. This is the tiny little bathroom. Big ass closet. In the bed. And our freaking balcony. We are like the last room at the end of the boat. And we are so high up. the roof. And then that is the end of the boat. Like, we are the last ones down here. Crazy. We are moving and grooving. Crazy. That is a university. Just like right by the port.
On its own.
Like, how does you get there? We gotta get a boat. Little shuttle boat.
Say go America.
That one looks like a... That is Miami, I believe. But the port that we just left was Fort Lauderdale. I literally didn't even know that this volume was set on a cruise ship. Like, what are the odds? First morning on the ship. I'm sure it's insanely windy out here, but finished Bunny last night. Loved it. And I'm over halfway through Finley Donovan. So good. Back in the boat. Okay, so today is day 2, like the first full day on the ship, and the first time I'm getting an opportunity to like sit down and say hi. So kind of been crazy, but yeah, last night we left the dock at about 7 o'clock and immediately felt like the queasy seasickness vibes. So last night just kind of took it easy, drank a lot of water. We watched a movie in our cabin. But yeah, not anything too wild. And then I slept through the night, thankfully. Like, I woke up a couple of times when it like moved a lot and you felt a lot of rocking, but honestly that was maybe twice. Like, I slept through the night decently. And yeah, so yesterday, or really last night, I finished Bunny, gave it 5 stars. Like, so happy I reread that in the month of October, and it just gives all of like the horror comedy vibes, you know, like really, really love that book. So finally feel like I'm out of my reading slump, and because I'm just on this ship where there's not a whole lot to do unless, you know, you're on your phone or you're reading a book, or I mean, there's like activities on the ship, but it's like bingo or a casino, which I don't like gambling, and like stuff like that. So and like there's like a shopping center on the ship, but it's like Louis Vuitton and like all of this stuff where it's like $2,000 for a person. I'm like, no. So yeah, anyway, long way to say that I'm reading a lot. So finished Bunny last night. Love that for me. And then I just when I was feeling kind of queasy, I still wanted to read, but I didn't want to read with my eyes, because Jordan was looking up that reading physically is like only gonna make your seasickness worse, which great for me because I brought like 6 books on this trip, so not inconvenient or anything. But so I listened to more of my audiobook of Finley Donovan is Killing It, and I got up to page 210, so chapter 27. So like we're really in the thick of it, and I am liking this read. It is kind of just predictable, but maybe that's because like in the synopsis it tells you kind of what's gonna happen, and then that whole thing has already happened. But now she's being hired for like a second murder, and now I don't really know what's going on. So I feel like the beginning was kind of like a prequel in a sense. I mean, that doesn't really make any sense at all because it's a novel, but I felt like I knew what was going on. Nothing was really surprising. It was kind of like quirky and like a funny thriller, so you know, that's fun. But yeah, have been reading more of this. It's just nice when I'm, you know, want to lay down, relax, and listen to something instead of reading with my eyes. And then while I was listening to that this morning as well, I got a notification from Libby that another audiobook that I had on hold came through, called The Silence of the Girls, which is like a Greek mythology book, and I honestly don't know a lot about it, but if I finish this and I want to pick up another audiobook, I already have one sitting in my library waiting for me. I just don't have like the physical book here, but whatever, I can just listen to it. And then also this morning I started Spy Family Volume 8, which I also showed a clip that this book is set on a cruise ship. Like, I had no idea. What are the fucking odds? I have been reading this series for like over a year probably. I haven't picked up the last volume for months and months, but I just, you know, I said it earlier in this vlog, but I just wanted to bring a manga because they're quick and I, you know, want to get out of my reading slump, want to hit some more books for my Goodreads goal so I can hit 100 books this year. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just bring the next 2 books of this series. And it is set on a cruise ship, so it's so cool because Anya, like, she just went to the shopping center and was like bugging Lloyd about getting a bunch of things, and I was like, I was just at the shopping center 20 minutes ago, and like, it's just really cool because I've never been on a cruise ship in my life. The second day I'm on a cruise, I pick up a manga that is set on a cruise ship, and like, it's not advertised as that, it's just like another, it's like the adventure of this volume is that they're on a cruise ship. So I just thought that was really ironic and kind of cool. You know, you have those moments where you're like, I was meant to read this on a cruise ship, and like, what the hell. So over halfway through this as well, I was just sitting on the deck out with Jordan, like on the top deck, and it's just really, really windy, and I was like feeling a little bit queasy, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back to the room and lie down for a minute. We have a dinner reservation tonight at 7, so there's obviously the buffet that you can get food at all day long and it's free. And then there's a couple of restaurants on the ship where you pay like $35 as like a cover charge, and then you can go there and order what you want. So we have a reservation tonight at one of like the restaurants that you can go to. So that will be fun. But yeah, today is an entire sea day. Tomorrow is also an entire sea day. And then what day is it gonna be? So today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No. Is it Tuesday? Today is Wednesday. You never know what day it is when you're on your honeymoon. You're kind of just vibing. So yeah, Thursday is also a complete sea day tomorrow. And then Friday is when we are getting to Tortola. And so I don't know what we're doing in Tortola that day, but you know, it'll be an adventure. So yeah, just really excited to be reading Spy Family. Can't believe it's set on a cruise ship. And also just listening to more Finley Donovan. And then yeah, once I'm done with this volume, I might just go straight into volume 9 if I'm feeling like it, or the other physical book I have to read is that Elsie Silver, so might be feeling a romance vibe. I was sitting on the deck, and Jordan has a vape, so he was like sitting in the smokers area, and I was getting a little bit of a headache, I think just from all the other people smoking like cigarettes. So I was like, I'm just gonna go down, you know, this other deck and sit down there. So I'm sitting on this couch kind of by myself, just reading my manga, and this really cute old woman came up and sat next to me, and she pulled out her iPad, and you know, like the old ladies have like the biggest font in the world on their iPad, so I wasn't trying to snoop, but like she was reading a book on her Kindle or iPad on the Kindle app, and I like peeked over and I just saw she was reading like the smuttiest smut you've ever heard. Like it was something, and I was just like, this old woman is goals. Like she was just like, hi, is that seat open? I was like, of course. And then she just whips out her iPad with like size 20 font of like the biggest, dirtiest smut you've ever read. Like I was just like, go off, queen. I love that for you. And we were just sitting there reading for a moment, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the cabin and lay down. But yeah, it's like 4 o'clock right now. Dinner reservations at 7, so we're just going to chill and hang out. Today was a lot of just exploring the ship because yesterday, you know, we had to find our cabin, watch the safety videos, and you know, we explored a little bit, but it was just, you know, making sure we got our luggage and unpacking and doing all of that. And today we got up and I did like a little yoga class this morning at 9 a.m. It was just like a 30-minute yoga. It wasn't anything crazy. I didn't even break a sweat because it's, again, a lot of old people, so it was like a stretching class, which is great, you know, felt good. And then after that we went up onto that deck, the fountain pool, I believe, or no, it's like, it's a pool above the fountain pool that's like adults only. It was the only place that had like 2 little seats for us, so it was perfect. And I went swimming, and then I came back, took a shower, got a little bit ready, just put on a tiny bit of makeup, and I was going to do my hair, like just straighten it, but as soon as I walk onto the deck, like I cannot see if my hair is completely down. Like immediately whips right into my face and gets all tangled up. So I brought my straightener, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that at all this trip, honestly, because every time I go onto the deck, I'm so happy it's in a braid because I can actually see, you know, even all of these pieces like keep getting in my face, but it's not nearly as bad as it would be if I had my hair straightened down. So maybe I'll just do my hair on like, you know, port days when we're going to different islands and stuff, but even then it might still be pretty windy. I don't know. It might just be, you know, hair in a braid kind of honeymoon trip, like whatever. Obviously Jordan doesn't care. He's just like, a braid is quicker, so he doesn't have to sit around and wait for me as long. But yeah, just having the most wonderful time. And I think today I'm starting to get like used to the rocking of the boat. You know, even after I just said I came down to the room because I was feeling a little sick, but I don't know if that was because, you know, sitting next to the smoking area or because of the boat or a combination of both. I don't know, but he looked it up, and the more days you're on a ship, the more your body gets used to it. And this is a 12-dayer, so we're only on the day 2. And, you know, hopefully I'll just get more and more acclimated. But yeah, going to hang out, hop in the bed, and read some more of Spy Family. But yeah, just really enjoying how much I'm reading on this trip. Like, already 1 book down yesterday, number 2 to go. So pretty. The light on the water. Wow. See, I told you we were backing up. Our big ass boat, a whale, and the island. Okay, so it is like 4 o'clock right now. We are back on the boat. Sorry I didn't film a lot of Tortola. It was kind of chaotic, so many people, and it was just raining on and off. You can see that my hair has clearly been rained on. Like, we were caught in some like serious rainstorms. So anyway, we made it back. It's 4 o'clock right now, and the ship isn't leaving the port until 6. So we had food when we were off of the boat, and it was nice to get some food other than like the buffet. We're very picky, so the buffet like isn't super our strong suit. But while we were back, we just got back like a half hour ago, and I finished Spy Family Volume 8. So another book down on the ship, and really enjoyed this. I'm gonna give it 4 stars, not 5, just because there wasn't as many cute family moments as some other volumes, but I am so happy that I read this cruise volume on a cruise ship. Like, so happy that I did that. And yeah, just really happy to knock another book off the list, and had a really good time reading it. So yeah, 4 stars. Very solid read. And then I started reading Ariel just a minute ago. I am, you know, just a little bit of the ways into it, but also I'm just so happy that I'm reading this like literally on the ocean. Like, how cool is that? But I just got to the poem Lady Lazarus, and I got to, it's the one that ends with, beware, beware, out of the ash I rise with my red hair, and I eat men like air. So yeah, obviously kind of just like an ode to Ariel. And I don't know if I completely understand poetry. If I'm honest, I feel like half the time it just kind of goes completely over my head. But you know, I still have a fun time reading it. So yeah, you know, just keep knocking off my books. Kind of have a bluish green theme going on here. But yeah, tomorrow is another port day, another day that we get to get off the boat. I don't know what island it's gonna be. Yeah, I should probably figure that out, but I know tomorrow we get to get off again. And I know at 9:30 we have a 90-minute couples massage that we booked. It's like one of the only things that we booked before we, you know, got on the boat. So that's gonna be really exciting, going to have our massage and then get to explore another island, and I will remember to film more. It was just like raining and people and like, you know, there's a bunch of people with taxis that wanted to take us to the beach, but we didn't wear our swimsuits off of the ship, so we didn't want to really go to the beach. And with how much it was raining, like, I feel like as soon as we got to a beach and sat in a lawn chair, we would have had to like run away because of the rain. So hopefully tomorrow is less raining. If not, you know, we will just prevail. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, it's been a fun one. Got to see a place that I've never been to. And I actually didn't buy anything at the shops. I'm trying to like hold back because I know we're going to like 6 different islands on this trip, and I know that I'm just going to want to buy things at all of them. So just looked at all the shops, didn't buy anything, but yeah, having a really good night. It's, yeah, like I said, 4 o'clock right now, and we're not leaving leaving the port until 6. So I kind of want to just get as much reading as I can in between that time, because when we are moving on the ship, reading is just making me really seasick. But obviously right now, you know, we are parked in a sense, so I just want to read as much as I can in the next couple of hours, maybe watch some YouTube, and then we'll go to the buffet, get some dinner later, and, you know, just enjoy our night. But yeah, that was Tortola. It was a lot of fun, just a lot of rain. This is just the view out of the window. You can see it's pretty cloudy. It's not raining right now, but it's just been on and off. So yeah, enjoying the day, enjoying being on our honeymoon, and, you know, not working. Today's a Thursday or Friday. Terrible with these days, where, you know, normally we would be working, but right now we're just hanging out on a boat reading some Sylvia Plath. So loving it. Really? Oh. Love that. Maybe we'll check out down here. Just got back on the boat from Antigua, and not the best experience, unfortunately. Like, as soon as we got off the boat, a bunch of people offered like asking if we wanted bodyguards, which obviously we were like no, but kind of suspicious. Everybody was like, do you want a bodyguard, do you want a bodyguard, do you want a bodyguard? And then, you know, we walked down to some shops or whatever. I did get like a little souvenir, so that's cute. And then we went to get this food place. It was so expensive. We spent over $50 for a shared meal. Like, we shared a meal together, $50, and it was cold and just not really good. And then while we were sitting there, like across the street, there was a guy trying to sell us weed, and we were like, no. And then he was like, coke, and we were like, no, like, we really don't want any drugs from you, good sir. And so just not the best experience. And again, it was another rainy day. I took videos, so you can probably see. So I'm sure it would be a different experience if we got a taxi to like a beach and had like a beach day, but we really can't have a beach day when it's like pouring rain every 20 minutes. So yeah, we made it back to the ship because we kind of just didn't feel safe, unfortunately. So not the best experience, and now we're back here. But our massage this morning, we got a couples stone massage. So amazing. It was 90 minutes, and we both after were just like, we feel so amazing. So the massage was everything. Great way to start the morning. But yeah, it's rainy, and so we can't go to the beach. And then the town was, you know, a little touristy town, but unfortunately not what we were looking for. not really good food, and didn't love the energy, let's say. It was just barely pouring, so thankfully we got back to the ship when we did. You can see there's like a puddle outside. But I did finish Ariel by Sylvia Plath, and I think I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I don't even know if I'm going to rate it or not, actually. I might just like mark it as read and not rate it, because I do know that I really like Sylvia Plath's writing. I read The Bell Jar earlier this year and gave it 5 stars and loved it. So maybe I just don't really like poetry. Maybe, you know, this is just, I don't want to say like outdated, because I read The Bell Jar and I absolutely loved it. So I know like that's not the case. But yeah, this just didn't really work for me. I did annotate and like tab my favorite quotes and everything, but sadly just wasn't, you know, as good as The Bell Jar was for me. But that marks off my 3rd book completed on the honeymoon so far. So first one was Bunny, which I was already a decent amount of the way through, but 5 stars, one of my favorites, absolutely loved it. And then, you know, read Spy Family Volume 8, and now Ariel. So I'm still reading Miss Finley Donovan is Killing It, and right now I'm up to page 238, chapter 31. So honestly, probably I'd say like 3/4 of the way through, but still really liking this. And then the other 2 physical books that I brought to read were the next volume of Spy Family and Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series, and I think that's what I'm going to read next, because I just finished that volume of Spy Family yesterday. So I'm gonna give myself a manga break, start a, you know, cute little romance series I've been dying to read. But yeah, just so happy, 3 books down. It is some hours later, and we've just been watching movies. Well, Jordan was watching this Tolkien movie that I didn't care about, so I was reading my book, and I only started this earlier today, but I'm already up to page 120. Absolutely loving it. Like, I get why everybody loves this series. The chemistry is there, and I'm just like eating it up. Literally attached to you. This is the longest leg hair I've ever seen in my life. How is this hair attached to you?
I'm growing wigs for my legs.
That is insane. Oh my god.
No way.
It was just blowing in the wind.
That is the wildest thing I've ever
Okay,
seen.
pull it. Oh my god. Holy fuck. How long has this hair been growing in your leg?
As long as our relationship.
Oh my god.
Maybe that was my good luck charm. Maybe I shouldn't rip that out.
Now everything just goes to shit. This is wild.
And Breesall takes it 50 yards, running through everybody and showing the speed. Conrad Taylor, quarterback.
Today is a C day, and we just got back from the buffet for dinner. And they actually had something good tonight. They had like quesadillas where you like pick what goes in it, and it's like, you know, really warm because they make it right in front of you. So that was really nice. I like actually feel full, which is crazy. And then yeah, today we went to the fountain pool, and they had football on like the really big screen, which neither of us care about, but I was like sitting in that little pool where it's not deep. You can just like sit in the water and then, you know, just drink. So we were drinking today, and just kind of being out in the sun. I think I got a little bit of sun. And then yeah, I also have just been reading more of Flawless. I think I'm up to page like 180. and they aren't like enemies, but they kind of dislike each other. And right now it's like the only one bed trope, because of course her hotel room, the heater broke and she needs to go sleep in his bed. So, you know, just absolutely loving this romance. And honestly, it's scary how quick I'm reading it. Like, I don't think I brought enough books for this vacation. Getting off the boat on Caraco. Wow. Gorgina.
Want to put a lock on?
It's okay. Yeah. Oh, gorgeous. Our big ass boat. Aduba, Aduba. Okay, I'm going to do another sit down update because I feel like it's been a minute. We got off the boat in Caraco. That was our favorite island so far. It was very like touristy, but we're tourists, so kind of what you want. But it was gorgeous. The people there were really nice, and yeah, we just had a really good day in Caraco. And then yesterday was Aruba, which was still really good, probably our second fave. You know, we got off and the weather was good. It wasn't raining, so that was nice, and kind of just explored a little. And then we have 2 days at sea. So we have today and tomorrow sea days, and then our last port day is Cozumel, Mexico. And then we have one sea day, and then Sunday is getting off the boat like 7 a.m. We have to get off really, really early. It's gonna be a little bit of a mess, but yeah. So today is a sea day, and I think we're just gonna take today really easy. Jordan's back is kind of hurting, and my stomach is just feeling a little iffy, so probably some movies and a lot of reading for me. And yeah, honestly, I don't know if we should have booked a 12-day cruise. Obviously it's not like regretting it because we're having a good time, and you know, if I have Jordan, then you know, we'll have a good time anywhere. But the food on the ship, the buffet, is not our favorite. We're both kind of picky eaters, and I'm just like hungry. I'm just hungry and there's no food. Like, I just went up to the buffet to try to find something, and the only thing that looked like edible was fruit. So I've had fruit today, and it's like 1:30. That's all I've had. And yeah, we're just having a lot of like rolls and stuff like that to just try to like get something in our stomachs. But I think that's probably why I'm feeling a little sick, is because I'm not really eating, which is not, you know, normally my forte. I love eating, I love food. But yeah, so I don't regret doing a cruise for our honeymoon, but I kind of regret doing a 12-day one. Like, we're at the point where we just want to go home and I know we're on like the last leg of it. We have 2 sea days, a port day, a sea day, and then we're off. So, you know, it's Wednesday right now, and Sunday morning really early we're gonna get off the ship. But we both just really miss our house. You know, we miss our house, we miss our comfort foods, we miss our family. You know, yesterday was Halloween and I saw all the pictures of my nieces and nephews in their costumes, but I would have loved to see it in person. And my nephew was born about 4 days ago, and I just really want to meet him. But anyway, sob story aside, today, you know, we're just going to be on the boat taking it easy, and yeah. doesn't it give Mexico? Kazuma. We just got back on the ship from Cozumel, Mexico, and that's my new favorite place that we've been. Like, that was so fun. Everybody there just has like the energy. Like, got back on the ship, immediately changed because it was so hot just walking around, but honestly just such a good time. We shopped around. I got a couple of things. I got this new little like mini bag. It's like hand woven bamboo and there's like some butterflies on it. It's just really, really cute. And since I bought it like 2 hours ago, I've gotten 3 compliments on it. So I think it was a win of a purchase. But yeah, just really cute. And then Jordan got me some jewelry for my Christmas present. So I won't see that for a couple of months, but really excited about that. And then I just got some like stickers and stuff that say like Cozumel on it. I already put a couple in my journal because I like journaled when we were out there. We just, you know, when you leave the ship, you leave your Wi-Fi. So we, you know, went around some shops and then we sat down for a minute and just hung out and I journaled a little bit, which was nice because I just like journaled kind of like in this like jungle area. I should have gotten a video of that, but there's just a million people around everywhere. And then once we got hungry enough, we went to this place called the Three Amigos, and I just looked outside because it's literally right outside our balcony is the Three Amigos. But we went there, Jordan got some tacos, I got a quesadilla, and it was just really, really yummy. Love getting some food that is not from the buffet. It's day number like 11 right now or 10, and I am over that buffet. I can't do it anymore. So yeah, we just got back to the ship because we're leaving the dock in like an hour. It's kind of an earlier callback time today. But we got back to the ship. Jordan got a beer. I got a little lemon drop with a sugar rim. And yeah, we're just going to hang out at the ship. Last night we watched Home Alone 1. And then half of Home Alone 2. So I think we'll probably finish our little Home Alone binge. But yeah, since it's November 3rd, I think November 1st, they gave us some different movie options for like the season. So now there's like Christmas movies on there like Elf and A Christmas Story and all that stuff, which I'm not super in the mood for. I don't really feel very Christmassy, but Home Alone was just fun. And then also they had the Barbie movie, so I watched Barbie and that was so much fun. And then this morning when I got up, I actually finished a book. I finished my audiobook of Finley Donovan is Killing It, and unfortunately I didn't love this one as much as I thought I was going to. I ended up landing on a 3-star rating, so very in the middle. Like, it didn't piss me off, but I didn't love it. And I think when I get home I'm going to put it in my unhaul pile and unhaul it. I'm definitely not continuing in the series, which sucks because I already own the second book, but I mean, that happens to me all the time, so whatever, when will I learn? But yeah, like, I think to like this book, you have to like the main character, Finley Donovan, and I didn't dislike her, but I wasn't obsessed with her like everyone else kind of seems to be, and I just don't think she was a very likable main character, which I don't need in a novel. I don't have to like the main character, but it took me over 2 weeks to read this, and I know I'm on my honeymoon, so I've been doing other things and like visiting different islands and all of this stuff, but I definitely had time to listen to an audiobook. But I would always rather like watch a YouTube video or watch a movie or, you know, whatever. Like, I never wanted to pick it up, so I pushed through and I finished it just because it's like one of the few books that I brought with me on this trip, so I didn't want to DNF it. But I finished it, and it ends on like a really big cliffhanger where you're like, oh my god, like if you were interested you would really want to like immediately pick up the second book, but I just didn't, and I'm gonna unhaul it when I get back home. And then my other reading update, one second, I'll grab my other book, is Flawless with Elsie by Elsie Silver. I am on page 336, so at the tail end I have I think less than 100 pages. How many pages is this? 433. Oh yeah, so like barely less than 100 pages of this left. So the couple's already together. I'm sure I'm about to get into like the third act conflict and everything. But enjoying my time. Again, this is one where I thought I was going to be absolutely obsessed with this couple and just die over them, and I really, really like them. But right now it's kind of like a 3.5, maybe 4-star. I don't know. We'll see how it wraps up. But it's not giving me that 5-star feeling. Even though in the beginning I was really, really loving it. Like, I feel like when I sat down to read it, I read like over 100 pages in one sitting because I was just eating it up. But over the course of the last few days, I've just been, you know, reading a couple chapters and setting it down, reading a couple chapters, and yeah, just not blowing me away. But yeah, so today Cozumel was our last like port day, our last destination, and then tomorrow is a sea day. Tomorrow's Saturday, and then Sunday 7 a.m. we have to have our bags packed and ready to go and get off the ship. And I'm sure I've mentioned it, but yeah, we get off at 7 a.m. and then our flight isn't until 5, which we're docking in Galveston, Texas, and then we have to go to Houston? No, I don't know where the airport is, but I know the airport isn't in Galveston. Like, we're gonna have to get an Uber from the dock to the airport and then be at the airport like all day long, then flights all day long, and getting to Utah at like midnight, which for us, Utah is 2 hours ahead. So will be midnight, but for us, it's gonna feel like 2 a.m. that we get like home. And then it'll probably be a couple of hours, you know, getting off the plane, getting our bags, getting in the car. Like, I feel like we're going to get home at like 2 a.m. Utah time, but it's going to feel like 4 a.m. for us, and we have to get up at 7 that morning. So Sunday's gonna be a really fun one, but I'm just happy that we ended our last port day today as a really fun one. Like, Mexico was amazing. The people were so sweet, just the biggest vibe, honestly, and ended on a high note. And I'm happy we only have one more sea day and then we get to get off the ship. Like, the last 2 days were 2 sea days, and I didn't film anything because we're kind of just over it. I really underestimated how long 12 days is, but it's a long time, and I want off this boat, and I want my house. I really want my house. I miss my house, and I just want to meet my nephew because I'd be looking at all the pictures and I just want to snuggle a newborn baby. Like, come on. But yeah, going to drink my drink, relax. We both have very full stomachs from Three Amigos, so we'll get to hang out, watch some movies, and then probably just go get dinner way later tonight. Whew. I had a very friendly bartender because that is strong as hell. Cheers, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, so today is the last sea day, the last day I'm going to be sitting right here to give you an update. And suffice to say, we are so ready to get off this boat. Last night was the worst waves that we've seen. The waves were huge, and we felt terrible going to sleep last night, like really, really seasick. Slept really terribly. And then today, you know, we got up and we kind of immediately packed our bags. Like, we picked out our outfits for tomorrow for going to the airport. We set those aside, and then we completely packed our bags, like checked the room, made sure everything is gone, packed everything up and put our suitcases by the door, other than like the bathroom stuff we'll need in the morning, like face wash and all of that. But we are just so ready to get off this boat. Like, it's not even noon today, and we could get off this boat right now, no problem. Like, we are beyond ready to go. But we went up, we got some breakfast, not really big, like our stomachs are still kind of iffy, so we just ate a tiny bit. I had a little bit of fruit, and then I was sitting on the balcony finishing up my book this morning. So, finished Flawless by Miss Elsie Silver. And I think I'm going to land on a 4-star rating for this. I think I was saying in an earlier clip that I was giving it like a 3, but the ending was really, really cute. I do absolutely adore this couple. So I'm going to land on a 4-star. And I'm really excited to continue the series. I just peeked on Goodreads to see who the second book is about, and it's, what's her name? It's Summer's best friend Willa and Rhett's brother Cade, like the grumpy Cade, which love a grumpy hero. And Willa, like, I already really liked her in this book, so I'm excited that their book is next. Finish this up, really happy that I did. Now I can pack it away in my suitcase. And then the only book left that I haven't read that I brought with me on the trip is the last volume of Spy Family. So I put that in my backpack. I might start reading that today, or I might just save it for tomorrow at the airport. But I think I'm going to finish all of the books that I brought with me on the trip in like the perfect amount of time too, because I thought I was gonna like read this really quick and then not have anything to read. But you know, it took me a couple of days, and you know, glad that I was able to wrap it up. But yeah, other than that, 4-star read. Loved it. Loved the journey that these two characters went on with their careers, but also with she is very much the type of person that always does stuff for other people. She doesn't really think about herself, and he was the complete opposite, and they like taught each other like, hey, you should care about what other people think, and he was like, you should care less about what other people think. So they were just very good yin and yang in that sense. But yeah, finished this one off, really loved it. 4 stars, you know, not perfect in my eyes, but definitely a solid 4-star read. And yeah, today we're just gonna spend the rest of today relaxing. Hopefully we won't get sick again. Today the waves have been more calm. It's just at night when they get pretty bad. And I took Advil PM last night, so I was actually able to sleep through most of the night. I think Jordan said he got like 4 hours, which is terrible. But I don't want to take Advil PM tonight because I don't want to be groggy when we have to get up at 7 tomorrow and get off of the boat. So hopefully I can sleep, hopefully he can sleep. Either way, tomorrow's gonna be a really long, exhausting day, but at least we'll be off the boat, and like we'll know that the next time we go to bed we'll be at our house. So like we won't it's gonna be a super long, exhausting day, but at least it'll be a day like we are going home. It's just the journey to get there. But yeah, that is my update. That is, you know, what's going on today. And I'm just so happy today is the last full day on this boat. I cannot wait to go home. I don't think that we're cruise people. You know, you live and you learn, but the food was not for us. The people, I mean, it was just a lot of senior citizens, which nothing wrong. I mean, this is probably their jam. But it's just really not for us. So don't regret it, because, you know, if we never came on a ship, we wouldn't have known that. But the seasickness alone is enough to not want to come on a boat again. But also, I mean, it's obvious when you think about it, but you can't get off whenever you want to. You know, you can't go find food if the buffet is disgusting to you, and you can't leave. You just can't leave. You know, if you were going on a vacation somewhere and you had the worst hotel in the world and this and this, like if you wanted to spend more money to go somewhere else, you have that option. But here it's like you have to stay here until you get to your final destination. You can get off the boat. Like, it's just all very obvious. But yeah, I think if we did like a 5-day cruise, we wouldn't have had like such harsh opinions. But like literally day 5, we were like ready to be done. It's noon. They do this every day at noon. Hello, Texas. We made it. Okay, welcome welcome to the end of the vlog. It is Monday. So yesterday was our long travel day on Sunday and it went as well as can be expected. We got to the airport at I think like 8:45 and then our flight wasn't until 5 o'clock at night. So we had a lot of time to kill, but we just hung out at the airport, like not a big deal. Watched a lot of, you know, YouTube, TV, whatever. We both were just happy to be off the boat and like with our bags checked and, you know, just relaxing at the airport. So did that. And then our first flight was like 2 hours. Or not even, like an hour and a half. It was a really easy flight. Got to our next airport, had a layover that was 2 hours. That felt pretty quick. And then we had a 4.5-hour flight home. That was the second flight. And when we got on the plane for the second flight, Jordan felt my head and said I had a little bit of a fever. And my stomach just really hurt. It felt like it was doing flips, but I didn't know if that was because I was back on like land for a long period of time after being on a ship for 12 days. So I just thought, you know, maybe I was just sick from like all the motion sickness last couple weeks. But then, you know, you go from a ship to land to a plane to land to plane to land. Like my stomach was just really not having it. But then he said I had a fever and then I felt like a little bit of a tickle in my throat when I was on the second flight, that 4-hour one. And I was just really miserable and really tired. I didn't, you know, video anything yesterday just because it was like focusing on getting home safe, which we did thankfully. And I got home and I wanted to take some NyQuil, but I only had Dayquil. So I took some Dayquil and I went to bed and I've been taking Dayquil this morning and like I feel decently fine. It's just kind of that like lethargic kind of feeling. And Jordan woke up at 7:30 this morning to go to work and I probably would have been able to fall back asleep after he left, but I woke up and my stomach was still iffy. So I got up and had a coffee and like that helped a little bit. TMI. But I'm just kind of taking it easy today, other than slowly unpacking. So I woke up and I unpacked just the bathroom bags, like the toiletry bags. And then I took a shower. That helped me feel a little better. And then I did like the post-shower lay down in the bed. You know, when you're sick and you just like shower and then like crash because you like used all your energy to shower. And then I got some food. We don't have any groceries in the house. So I actually ran out and got some Cafe Rio. And that really helped my stomach. I ate that and it was like, you know, a lot of salad and protein and it really sat well with my stomach. So I'm feeling a little bit better. My throat hasn't hurt at all today, so that's nice, but I'm still taking the Dayquil because I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm just trying to do everything I can to get feeling better. I think I'm gonna make a vitamin C drink here in a second, probably after this clip. But I just wanted to wrap up this vlog. Like, we made it home safe today. I'm just going to be doing laundry and slowly unpacking a suitcase here, a suitcase there. Jordan's gonna grab dinner on the way home. Hopefully we can go grocery shopping soon so we can stop eating out all of our meals. But yeah, we are back from our honeymoon. Ending this vlog. Tomorrow is work. I can't even remember what that's like after weeks of not working. Like, gonna get back in my routine, going to do my laundry so that I can just set myself up for this next week, get all the unpacking done now. But yeah, just want to say thank you for watching and I will see you really soon. Bye.